Welcome to the Botch Squad podcast. I am your host, Jinder94, here to review Monday Night Raw from February 8th, 2016 edition. Man, wow. So, news broke earlier today on Twitter that Daniel Bryan officially retired from professional wrestling, or at least WWE. And, it kind of came out of nowhere, really. There have been questions: was Daniel coming back, or was he going to retire, or were they going to release him? And then he sent out a tweet this morning, and it was just shocking. And it didn't really hit me until I saw him come out on Raw and give his final thoughts and officially announce it and talk about it. And it kind of hit me a lot harder than I thought it would. It had that edge retirement feeling that you don't want to believe that it's true, but it's true and it's happening. And what a great career Daniel Bryan had in WWE. His indie work is amazing, very amazing. He's had a 16-year career, and 5 to 6 years was WWE or whatever. But man, what a talent, what a professional wrestler, pure wrestler Daniel Bryan was, and he will surely be missed in WWE. He came out, talked to the crowd, tried to make it not so much emotional, tried to crack a few jokes, and but it was really a sad moment to see him have to retire from all his injuries or whatever. But WWE pretty much put together video packages all throughout the night of his top moments and whatever, and him being on top, and him overcoming the Authority at WrestleMania 30, which is one of my favorite moments. Man, it's just crazy. It's sad to see one of your favorite people that you watch wrestle, that you admire, that you rooted for, have to retire in such a it's not tragic, but such a devastating way, But I wish him all the best. I hope he and Bree have a great family, successful life, and I wish him nothing but the best. And it's sad to see him go so early from WWE, but yeah. So we did have Raw tonight. It was a pretty solid Raw. I mean, it's probably better than the past 3 to 4 Raws. Started off with a contract signing for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship #1 Contenders match at Fastlane, which I will be at. I purchased my tickets for it, and it's here in Cleveland, which is where I live, so I will be going to Fastlane. Stephanie's talking, and whatever. Didn't really care what she had to say. Ambrose interrupted her. Came out can we get a move on? I want Brock to come out. Ambrose has just been on this calling out Brock, provoking the beast. He's been on that lately. So Roman Reigns came out. They're trying to get Brock to come out, and then Stephanie announces Brock, and Brock comes out. And then he gets in the ring, and Dean Ambrose gets right in his face. No fear whatsoever. He gets right in his face. And Brock throws him over the contract signing table right into Roman Reigns. Then Brock picks up the table and smacks Roman Reigns with it. He clobbered him with that table. It was so hilarious. And then he F5'd Dean Ambrose and left the ring. It's pretty awesome. Wasn't that bad for, a segment with a member from the Authority or whatever. It was pretty good. Dean Ambrose was the highlight throughout the night until they got to Daniel Bryan or whatever. But so the first match was Kevin Owens versus Dolph Ziggler. I've seen this match too many times now. I understand they have a rivalry, but that doesn't mean they need to wrestle every single week on Raw. Whatever. So it was actually a pretty good match, though, for me to have been seeing it the past couple of weeks. Owens was on top from the beginning because Dolph beat him last week. So he's trying to come out and prove a point, like, oh, you were lucky or whatever. Owens' heel work is pretty good. Hope they do the right things with him and not have him in the mid card for the rest of his WWE days. But yeah, pretty much yeah, it was a good match. The finish was Dolph countering the cannonball, and he pinned Owens using his feet on the ropes. So Dolph Ziggler picked up 2 straight wins against Kevin Owens. So maybe they'll probably have another match at Fastlane, probably another match next week on Raw. Who knows what they're gonna do? So backstage, the Usos talking about the tables match they'll be in later, and the Dudleys come up to him like, "Hey, what's up? I know this is your match and all, but we're like the king of tables matches, so we gotta be in this match." So Usos like, "All right, if we can get it approved, it can be y'all versus, it could be you guys and us versus the New Day, and they can just find a partner. Screw it." So they're on par with that. Let's see. The next match was Charlotte versus Alicia Fox, which I could care less about. It was like the match was going so slow and whatever. Charlotte picked up the win. Next was the Miz TV segment where his host was Chris Jericho. So Miz comes out, talking dumb stuff or whatever, and then Jericho interrupts him and pretty much takes over Miz TV and turns it into the highlight reel. Like, literally, the crew came out, changed the ring to make it look like the highlight reel, and it was so hilarious. Miz is like, "Yo, this ain't your show. This is my show. This is my time." And then Jericho starts talking about how AJ Styles knocked out 2 of the Miz's teeth on Smackdown. And Miz was like, "Yeah, but you know what? I got it fixed." And you know what else? AJ won his debut match in WWE against you. And it's been eating you alive, hasn't it? Jericho, stops being so funny and is just like, "Yeah, I haven't been able to stop thinking about it, actually." And he's like, "Well, we have a match on SmackDown, so let's see if that was a true win or if he was just lucky that night." So AJ comes out, and the Miz attacks Jericho from behind because Jericho's focused on AJ. But they pretty much team up, throw the Miz out the ring, and have their little face-to-face, and they go at it. And, AJ got the upper hand on him. I believe they're going to have a match at Fastlane, too. I'm not too sure about that. We'll just have to see. So the next match was Bray Wyatt versus Ryback, who, for some reason, played Diffusion and took away the RVD part of his whole attire, and now he's just Goldberg, and the crowd was letting him have it. He was trying his best. He's trying to become more athletic in his matches instead of being so stiff. He was pretty much beating Bray up for a while, and then he went for the meat hook clothesline and got caught with Sister Abigail, which was pretty smooth. And then after the match, the Wyatts attacked him. That's just their thing now. They'll attack you after the match. It's pretty much set in stone. The New Day backstage, and you gotta love the New Day. Every segment the New Day in is just hilarious. And you got Biggie like, "We're working on the tables," and doing their whole New Day thing. And then Renee Young is like, "So who you guys are gonna have as your partner or whatever?" And they're like, "We don't need a partner." And then they were like, "Dang, we probably need a partner." So later on, they go looking for a partner, whatever. Let's see. After that, you got Dean Ambrose backstage. They kept showing him backstage because he was heated. He was mad because he got F5 by Brock. He wanted to go call him out again. So Reigns is like, "All right, I'll come out there and help you." And Ambrose is like, "Nope, I want to do this by myself." He can come hit me with a F5, F10, F15, F150, but I'm going to get me a piece of Brock. He going to get him some. So, yeah, Dean Ambrose is hyped up to call out Brock Lesnar. Might not be the brightest idea, but it's Dean Ambrose. He's the lunatic fringe, so whatever. Another match I didn't really care about. Titus O'Neil versus Adam Rose. Yeah, Titus, out of control, in-ring stuff. Social Outcast got to distracting Titus, and Adam Rose won with a roll-up. I don't know why he won, but okay. I don't know what they're doing with Titus either, but whatever. So after that, Dean Ambrose comes back out to the ring and calls out Brock. Said, you can't keep him down, and that F5 didn't even hurt. He was like, come back down and do it again and put some stank on it this time. He was like, you know what? Triple H may be right. Suplex City has gone soft. And then he started to make sexual innuendos. Like, well, that sounds like a personal problem. Can't get it up for the big fight, huh? And nothing he's really doing is working. Until he says, Paul Heyman is your advocate, but I didn't know he was required to hold your balls. That got Brock heated, and then he came out, but he was laughing like, why is this guy calling me out? Does he really want to die? So he slowly was walking to the ring, and Ambrose got tired of waiting and went outside to attack Brock. He went right at him. And Brock pretty much beat him down and laid him out with an F5. But Dean Ambrose was getting right back up as soon as Brock left the ring. And Brock turned around like, really, dude? Dean Ambrose was like, yeah, come here. We ain't done. Come hit me with another one. Come hit me with another one. So Brock gets into the ring again, and Roman Reigns comes out. And Brock's like, yeah, okay, you want some too? And he's distracted, and Dean Ambrose low blows him and knocks him down and got an upper hand on him, I guess. And yeah, that was pretty much all for that. Next match was it the Lucha Dragons? Yeah, I believe it was the Lucha Dragons versus Del Rio and Rusev. Sin Cara's back after that nasty injury he suffered like a couple weeks ago on Raw, so it's good to see he's back. Didn't really care about it until Kalisto got in the ring, and he does his whole little luchador high flying stuff, and yeah, but Del Rio prevailed over him. I don't know why Del Rio is getting pins on him. He's the United States champ. I don't get it. I don't get it. But yeah, Del Rio did his little corner turnbuckle foot stomp. They haven't named the finisher yet, so yeah, whatever that is. Little vignette of R-Truth at the EMP Museum in Seattle, and Goldust is there in a Jimi Hendrix costume, playing the guitar, still trying to get R-Truth to become his tag team partner. And Goldust is doing whatever he can. He even takes the guitar and just like, now watch this, and he smashes it. R-Truth was like, you might not want to do that. You about to have a that's my bad moment. And then Goldust got arrested. So he's still trying to get R-Truth. They're going to become a tag team soon. I just don't know when. Next, Sasha Banks came out, and she was going to be on commentary to watch Becky Lynch versus Tamina with Naomi on her side or whatever. She was talking about teaming up with Becky again, just like they did in NXT. She pretty much said she had no choice. She doesn't really have a lot of friends, and Team Bad pretty much was salty that she went out on her own and was doing her own thing. So yeah, it was Becky Lynch and Tamina. Didn't go that long because Tamina just like eventually looked over at Sasha Banks and was like, what's your problem? So Sasha got up to confront her, and Naomi just demolished her, threw her into some steel stairs. Becky Lynch came out to help her and hit the the last plex or the last suplex or something on Naomi outside of the ring, and then she got in and caught a super kick from Tamina and lost. So whatever. I guess they're gonna have a tag team match at Fastlane, so hopefully that'll be a good match. New Day's backstage with Mark Henry. They're trying to get him to be in the tables match with them. They even went as far as to give him a unicorn horn, and they all started dancing, whatever. It was hilarious. It's New Day, of course. I was laughing. So then it was the tables match, the Usos and the Dudleys versus New Day and Mark Henry in a tables match. Yeah. So the New Day was pretty much telling Mark Henry where to be at, who to hit, who to slam or whatever. And he eventually got tired of it and was like, you know what? Screw this. I was just doing it for fun, but y'all not about to boss me around. I do what I want to do. And he left them high and dry. And pretty much how the rest of the match went. I believe it was Big E who took the 3D through the table And then yeah, so the Usos and the Dudleys won. But after the match, the Dudleys turned heel and they attacked the Usos and they put them through tables. So we have a more edgier Dudleys. I like the Dudleys as heels. When they're faced, they're too soft. Maybe now they'll have that bigger edge that they need. So I don't know. Heel Dudleys, gotta love it. I think that was the last match of the night, though. And then they had the Daniel Bryan's retirement thing, which, man, it had me all emotional. I remember when Edge retired, it had me all emotional. And I'm just a passionate wrestling fan, and I really hate to see tragedies or people having to retire. It's not a good thing to watch. It wasn't something I wanted to watch. But Daniel Bryan had a pretty good career, and maybe one day he'll make it to the Hall of Fame in WWE. But it's just sad that he had to retire so early. Maybe he could have, there's always that what if. What if he would have, saved whatever they're doing with Roman Reigns right now, and what if he would have became champion, got cleared, and went on to be champion again, and maybe Raws would have been better, and instead of them pushing Roman Reigns down our throats, which is not the way they want to go if they want to keep Reigns as the top person in the company. If they want to push him to that, they don't need to have him win at WrestleMania. They don't need to be pushing him the way they're pushing him. The way they're booking him, the fans don't like him. He's not connecting. Why would you push somebody that's not connecting? But yet you have a guy like Cesaro, who I know he's hurt right now, but when he was, hot, when the crowd was with him, kind of the same way they were with Daniel Bryan, Vince ignored it. He was like, oh, no, he's not connecting. But he had his own section. The fans went crazy for him, and he's just an animal in the ring. He's a great wrestler. But, Vince being out of touch, of course, he's not going to push the guy that the fans want. The fans are just going to have to force WWE's hand the same way they did Daniel Bryan. That's what they're going to have to do. If they want somebody to be over, they're going to have to push them and chant for them loud as ever. You're going to have to let WWE know this is our guy. This is who we want. So, yeah, this was my Raw review. Pretty solid Raw. It wasn't that bad. A couple matches I didn't really care about, of course, but that's every week. But it was a couple good matches. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. It wasn't that skippable, I guess. It was better than the past couple of weeks. And then, the segment at the end, it was, a heartfelt speech from Daniel Bryan. It was genuine. It was the real him speaking. It was like they just gave him the open mic and just said, go out there and say whatever you want. We trust you. Cool. Have fun with it. This is your retirement. Go ahead. And it was nice that he was able to do it in his home state, Washington. But, yeah, it's a sad day in WWE because Daniel Bryan's retired. But next man up, huh? Next man up. Yep, but I think that's it for the video. I want to thank you guys for listening. If you made it this far, you guys can follow me on Twitter at GeneTheMan94. You can follow the podcast on Twitter at BotchSquadPod. Subscribe if you're new. If you like the videos, if you want to see more videos, go ahead. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it. If not, that's okay. You don't have to. It's just the fact that you watched the video is good enough for me. I appreciate it. And, yeah, I'll be making more videos. I haven't really been making a lot because there hadn't been much to talk about except, for today. So get back on the grind and making more videos. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace. Later. Peace. Later. Peace.